Hello and welcome back to another video. So I know I said last time I'd kind of be delving into where I am in terms of therapy, in terms of emotional state, blah blah blah. But I figured I'd take this opportunity to discuss something that I don't normally talk about with games, and that's them as a crutch. So I did mention this back in my video back in October, when gaming saved me, blah blah, and how I didn't want it to be a crutch, how I didn't want gaming to be a crutch for whatever emotional state I'm in. That's had some mixed success throughout the last couple of months. So I've really only been getting stuff I want. That's a biggie. I've also stripped out quite a lot of the games in here. Specifically, I got rid of a massive amount of PC stuff. I had like 2 bin bags full of PC games that I just knew I wasn't going to play, so I got rid of them. I've kept some of the important ones. So, for example, I've got my signed copy of Dalek Attack for the Amiga, signed by Robert Sherman, who was the scriptwriter behind the 9th Doctor episode Dalek, which is awesome, and actually has my name on it. That was a hell of a charity shop find. It's nuts it had my name on it, and went, signed to me, it's mine. So yeah, very exciting. I have been buying games. So we're currently in the process of buying our flat. We're very close to the finish line. And I'm trying to tone down how much I've spent. So I've been trading some stuff in. I've been getting rid of some stuff. And I've found that it's better. So I bought a lot. I bought a lot of crap. I bought the Jaguar. I bought, which I'm still paying off, which I will have fully, well, not fully paid off, but will hopefully have paid a good chunk off by the end of February. So it's not too bad. I stopped a payment that I was going to make, I think 2 days ago, on something because A, it wasn't really what I wanted, and B, it was a lot of money, especially when we're just about to buy our flat. So I did have one impulse buy, and I kind of wanted to just sort of talk a little bit about 4 impulse buys I've made over the last 10 years. What I really think of them and how that's sort of impacted me. So gaming, as I said in my last video on this topic, I don't want gaming to be a crutch. I don't. Now, I have impulse bought stuff before. For example, I was having a very bad day a few months ago, so I bought a stuffed chain chomp, who is cute, and I love him. So that's an example of a not bad impulse buy. I was in town, I'd had a very bad day, and I thought, mine. He now sits on my desk, because he's adorable. He does move from the desk, to be fair. But, these other games, so one was from this year, one was from a couple of years ago, one was from last year, and one was from about 10 years ago. Kind of show my progression. So let's just sort of move these in order and see what we talk about. So it's been a rough period for me. Stress of buying the flat, more intensive round of therapy, a lot of sort of difficult emotions have been cropping up as a result of that I have been sort of struggling to deal with. Work is going fine. I still don't... Yeah, it's still, work. It's work. But I'm not super stressed about that. It does crop up and it does occasionally get in the way, especially the therapy can really emotionally get in the way of that. But I wanted to talk about some games that I have, or bits, that I've bought on impulse, and whether they've been helpful or whether they've been not. So, in the case of Chomp, or Chain Chomp, Chomp was a huge help on that particular day, because I was like, oh my god, he's cute, and he's a Chain Chomp, and sod it. And he was like 10 quid. So, it's not breaking the bank to buy a stuffed Chain Chomp to just sort of feel slightly better about things. But about 10 years ago, longer? 10 years ago? Nearly 10 years ago. Way worse place. Way worse place. Absolutely terrible. Like, unmedicated, borderline insane. Gone nuts. I thought it'd be a really good idea to buy Pokemon Rumble U Special Edition, the box. Just the box. I had everything in it, but the box for 20 quid. I bought the box for 20 quid. Not good. Quite frankly, not good. That's not a good idea. It really, really, really isn't. Now, I like this game. I own it on the Wii U. That's not a huge problem. The first Pokemon game for the Wii U. And the last. It was the last. Oh no, it wasn't a Pokemon tournament. But, irrelevant. 20 quid on a piece of cardboard. I did repeat that a couple of years later, but that one's not as bad. Now, that's the kind of impulse buying I was doing. I was just buying whatever games I came across. I was like, oh, I haven't got that. Let's buy that. Oh, I haven't got that. Let's buy that. Oh, I haven't got that. Let's buy that. Now, I've made some impulse buys. For example, the Atari VCS was an impulse buy. That's when I had a bigger salary. So it wasn't as bad. And to be fair, I did pay for it in one go. It wasn't like, oh no, I didn't. I did it on PayPal credit. Yeah, I did it on PayPal credit. So I tend to do that once a year. One big expensive thing that I really want, for example, the Jaguar was last year. And then I sort of pay it off over the year, built up credit rating, blah, blah, blah. Not too bad. So that's an impulse buy that was in a period where I was like, I'm making a lot of money. And, you know, I want it. And I have made a fairly extensive use of it since then. So, not too bad. 20 quid for a piece of cardboard that wasn't in good nick. It's taped up because it was in such terrible condition. And I thought, yeah, why not? Yeah, sure, fine. Yeah, why not? Not great. Not good. Not good. That's a bad example of impulse buying, especially because I tend to buy games when I feel like crap. I've kind of got it down to a point where I'm like, I feel terrible because things are tough and they suck, and I've just gone through a very intense period of therapy. Let's spend 5 quid. Not bad. Does build up, but that's like once a week. There are other ones that are slightly worse. So, for example, I think it was 5 years ago, I bought the Halo Triple Pack for the original Xbox for £35. Via trade-in, but the point still stands. £35 for trade-in. This isn't the original version. I ended up getting rid of that because I was like, you know what, 35 quid's too much. I bought this again last year. But here's the kicker. I own all 3 components of this. I've owned them since I was 10, 11. I've owned them since I was 10 or 11. And here's the kicker. I got rid of the cardboard box. So I spent 35 quid, via trade-in again, on a cardboard box that's in worse condition, because it's sun-bleached, than the last one. So that's another example of an impulse buy. Even if it is trade-in, I had £35 that I could have spent on anything. Anything I'd wanted. Anything, like any Jaguar game, any 32X game, anything. But I went, let's spend £35 on Halo Triple Pack with the sticker for a free trial inside. I don't even know if there's a free trial inside, and quite frankly, I'm not really tempted to find out. But I own Halo Triple Pack again. And the fact I did it twice because I was having a really bad day and I just had that money and I was like, I want Halo. It's stupid. Very stupid. Insanely stupid. Because I have those. I have those. I could have printed the cardboard box out, folded it up and shoved the games I've already got in there. But I didn't. I just bought it. Via trade-in, admittedly, as I said. But the point still stands that that's a lot of money. I've got 2 worse examples here, and they're from last year and this year. One not so much, but one is a different story. So, last year was one of the worst I've had in a very long time. Very long time. Ongoing stress, ongoing health problems, ongoing mental health problems that got very bad. Insanely bad. We're coming up to the year anniversary of that insanely bad day. And kind of in that period, I thought, hey, let's drop 140 quid on Knuckles Chaotix for the Sega Mega Sega Mega 32X. For the 32X. Let's drop 140 quid on the 32X. Dumb idea. Because I got it to play on the Polymega, didn't work. I traded it back in. Instead of keeping it, I traded it back in. I went, this doesn't work, fuck you, I want my money back. But I dropped £140 at a time where I really didn't have £140 on something that A, I didn't keep, and B, I didn't use. I tried to use it once on the Polymega, like twice, and it didn't work at all. I bought it again. So I bought the American copy just on the off chance that it does actually work in the Polymega. Pretty pleased. But I bought that again, and I've bought it on a 3-month sort of rolling thing. So I paid like 2/3 of it off already, which isn't too bad. But the point still stands. I wouldn't have had to do that if I hadn't sold it in the fucking first place. And that's a big problem with impulse buying I found when you're sad and you buy them. You buy games, especially really expensive ones like Knuckles Chaotix. This game is not cheap. It is not cheap. It is fucking hideously expensive. It's not quite Panzer Dragoon Saga levels of hideously expensive, but it's still nasty. It is a nasty, nasty level of price for this game. Now, there are certain games that I've just lucked into buying really cheap. For example, Cubivore. I bought it's just the disc. Just the disc was 200 quid. I'm getting that for my birthday. Cool. Fine. That was a game I never thought in a shot of a million years I would be buying. Knuckles Chaotix has always been on that list. Always. It has universally been on the list of games I'm going to buy. And I did. Twice. I should have bought it once. And I should have not touched it. Should have gone, that's it. That's Knuckles Chaotix. I've got it. Maybe one day it will work on the Polymega. Who knows? I know that there's a company in Brazil, I think, that's working on a Sega Neptune, which is a combination Mega Drive and 32X console that Sega were umming and ahhing about releasing back in the 90s and then didn't because they went, do we need multiple versions? Do we need multiple weird hybrid consoles out there? No, because they're too expensive. So maybe it'll play on that, and I hope it will, and I hope this will just play on the Polymega. I haven't tested it yet, but I will get around to it. But the point still stands, I didn't think. There was no thought there. It was just purely an emotional decision, and all of these have been emotional decisions because I've been in a really shit mood when I bought them. I've been in a terrible mood. I've been trying to turn that down. Like, I bought the Jaguar, as I said. I bought Knuckles Chaotix in a 3-part thing, and I bought T-Mech. So T-Mech I bought like a week ago. It arrived 2 days ago. I haven't got around to playing it yet. Here's the kicker. I've got that game as a reproduction. I don't like the reproduction because A, it's from a company called CRUTCH, and they have the stickiest labels I have ever had on a reproduction cartridge. So that went. It's gone. And I did play that game. It's okay. So I'm glad to have it again. But that was £75. Again, I'm buying a flat. Like, I shouldn't have spent £75, but therapy has been that intense. Not in a bad way. It's just something that needs to be done, and I haven't developed the coping mechanisms yet to deal with the emotional fallout, especially when I have to go straight back to work afterwards. Yay! To deal with that. So I impulse bought this because I found it on a decent website from a decent company that I bought in the past. That's where Knuckles Chaotix came from. Same company selling it. Didn't feel too bad. That being said, £75 at the moment is a lot of money. It's a lot of money when you're about to buy a flat. You're about to buy your first property. And yeah, that's been a huge source of stress. Massive. On top of intense therapy at the same time, it has been extremely difficult to juggle. My mood has been everywhere. Especially even today. It has been up and down and mostly down. It's been mostly down. But even after finding out, hey, we're like this close to the finish line, you will soon have your flat and you will have been fucking done of this. And you get your deposit back because you're, buying it off the landlord. Great. The therapy, though, on top of that, I got therapy in 2 days, and I know it's going to suck just as much as the last 3 sessions have. They have been intense, and they have been awful. But I know they are the hurdle. They're the big bit. So it's just really a case of bad timing and bad timing. Sort of mushing together, in addition to work, and in addition to just other stuff. Other stuff just on top. Just worrying about people and worrying about things and worrying about the world and things blowing up, which they inevitably will. Kind of makes you go, 75 quid, who cares? Let's do it. In that moment. So one of my big goals this year is to not buy games because I'm sad. I will freely admit I have been looking at other options for buying things. Not too badly. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Bionicle. You will see that when I get around to doing my games room tour, because there have been some changes. Some changes I haven't finished yet. I've got a pile of boxes there that I need to sort out, but yeah, on top of everything, I think I need a break. And I think I need a holiday. As soon as this is done, we're booking a holiday. We're going away, we're not coming back. You'll know because I will have posted something completely random on this day, and I'll just be like, yep, that'll do. That'll do. I'm talking about this, that, blah, blah, blah. So where does that leave the channel? The channel is going to keep going. It's not going anywhere. I like doing these videos. Occasionally it's good to just sort of let out not everything. I'm not going into like a list of mental health problems I've got or that I think I mentioned last year, the autism diagnosis. Still eating away at my brain because it's a problem I can't fix. I hate that. I hate that it's a problem I can't fix. It's just something I have to learn to live with, and this stage in life, brilliant. Changes everything. So there's that. That, though, has taken a back burner to other stuff that needs doing first. I'm on a path of self-betterment, and I'm looking forward to getting better, especially from one of the major things that I'm dealing with. But, yeah, it's hard. And, you know what? Worrying about spending £75 on a game when I really shouldn't have done. Probably something I can sort of remove from the equation. I've got, like, I think 3 games that I've got lined up to sort of buy. But that's because I've traded in quite a lot of stuff today with the intention of getting these 3 things. So it's just 3 more Jaguar games. Hopefully I'm going to be picking up Dino Dudes. Evolution Dino Dudes. I'm going to be picking up Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy. And I'm going to be hopefully picking up Syndicate. So that's the plan. Hell, I got 3 in the post the other day that I bought because I was sad. So there's another impulse buy. There's 2 impulse buys in a very short span of time, and it's about £200. So that's a lot of money. There's an awful lot of money, and I've completely forgotten I bought them, which is a good sign. And they were 3 cheap ones. They were Iron Soldier, Checkered Flag, and Kasumi Ninja. Those were the 3. So they're not insanely expensive like some of the other ones, which I will get around to getting. And the next 3 aren't expensive either, so it's not too bad. And then I'll have 13 Jaguar games in the span of 2 months, so not bad. And I will probably do a Jaguar video when those arrive. So maybe next week, maybe the week after. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's it, to be honest. I think we're done talking about this for the meantime. I will hopefully do a bit of an update on where I am, probably at the end of the therapy. I'm going to look back and I'm going to go, right, I was here in October. Unstable a bit, massively worried about Christmas, stressing about that, stressing about the new year, stressing about the flat, stressing about upcoming really intensive therapy in January. Now we're here. I'm stressing about the flat, and I'm stressing about the really intensive therapy throughout January, and over the next 20 weeks. Great. So I'm kind of hoping to look back in a few months and go, right, I was here, but now I'm here. I'm over the big hurdle. I'm over the worrying about it. Now I'm in the worrying about it. Now I'm in the hurdle bit. And then hopefully I'll be over the hurdle. And it will just be kind of picking apart why I think the way I do. How to stop falling into those constant patterns. And I'm really hoping that buying games will sort of just nestle back into not being a crutch. It'll be a hobby. I'll go, right, I've got X amount for games this month. I've got 200 quid. I know it's a lot. Whatever. I've got 200 pounds. I've paid off the Jaguar. Excellent. I'm really aiming to get some good stuff. And I've got plans this year. I'm focusing on things like the 3DO, the Virtual Boy, Jaguar, 32X, we'll get into the PC Engine, just stuff that's not insanely expensive, but stuff that's eluded me when it's like £30. And I'm like, it's a lot for a game I'm maybe not going to play. For example, Crash and Burn. Crash and Burn on 3DO, quite expensive. That's not expensive, it's like £30, but it's not a game I'm going to be putting an awful lot of time into. I also want to get like new 3DO, oh no, not 32X 3DO. I want to get new 3DO controllers, things like that. Little bits that sort of build up, but nothing hugely expensive. I'm kind of done buying very expensive games, I think. I mean, Knuckles Chaotix was kind of the last one I had on that mega list. Hell, I've got Cubivore. I never thought I'd own that. And in 6 months I get to play it. Yay! That'll be fun. But yeah, anyway. That's me done for another week. Something a little bit lighter next week, I think. Maybe the Games Room tour. I'm hoping to have that done. I'm hoping to have the boxes sorted out, certain boxes gone, maybe move a shelf or two. But yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good for the new year. We're looking good for the new year, please. Anyways, guys, that is me signing off, and I will speak to you next time.